This is Romeo Roselli, and you're watching In Your Head.
All right, this is the internet icon, handsome Jackie Jones. I feel funny saying that when I'm in person and not on a podcast. I'm here at Duke the Dumpster Droese at New England Pro Wrestling Fanfest. Very cool. Just talk to him. So it's a good time to talk to him again.
Yes, sir.
It's been like 3 days. What's new?
Oh, you know, the same old stuff. Out here at the Fan Fest, meeting with the fans, having a good time. It's always great to meet with the fans. It's always great to meet a lot of the old friends and the guys I haven't seen in years. So it's just a really great time to be here. And let me just say, it is an honor to meet you finally, and I really appreciate you letting me be on your podcast.
I appreciate coming on. And I'm not just saying this because you're on the podcast and you're standing here next to me and you're very tall and much bigger than me. But I was always a big fan of Duke the Dumpster Droese.
I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you.
Yeah. So do you still have the suits?
I've got new ones. I don't have the old stuff. I've got a newer version. It doesn't say Duke on it, and it's a two-piece. The old one used to be a one-piece kind of Dickies uniform. But no, I have a new rendition, let's say, of the Duke the Dumpster Droese outfit.
Was that easy to wrestle in?
No, it was not. It was horrible.
Uh-huh.
And since it was a one-piece, I'm pointing down at my picture.
Right.
Since it was a one-piece, it kind of rode up in the back quite a bit. So.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah. So now it changed over time because you said the original one you had like because you had your shoot name or your old wrestling name underneath.
Rocco was on the old one, yes.
So was this one easier or worse than the original setup?
It was the exact same outfit, actually, for a long time. I actually went to uniform stores and bought my own gimmicks. The only gimmick that the World Wrestling Federation ever made for me was the green one that said Duke on the front that I wrestled in your house pay-per-view against Triple H. The WWF made that one. I didn't like it, so it disappeared shortly after the in your house pay-per-view. But I made all these. I did the iron-ons. I bought them at the art store, and I made a gray one, and I've actually had a black one. I wore a black one at WrestleMania 17 Gimmick Battle Royal. So yeah.
Now, I always heard in other interviews that Vince didn't like facial hair on the good guys. Did that ever come up, or is that like a myth, maybe?
Never said a thing about it. The only problem I ever had about my appearance is one time, and actually here's a picture of it too. I had really long hair, and at one point it was difficult to manage, so I cut like 5 or 6 inches off of it to what I affectionately call the Dutch boy Duke the Dumpster era. And I had like this Dutch boy haircut, and the rest of the wrestlers just made fun of me mercilessly, and Vince in the office were not too happy with it because they had gotten behind, put their money behind promoting me looking a certain way, and whenever you change things, they don't like it.
Right. No, back in that era, like almost all the wrestlers had long hair.
Most of the wrestlers did.
Was that just to look cool, or does that help you in the ring? Like, I don't know, like, just as a fan, like sometimes the hair can go over your face, you can talk a little bit.
Oh, you actually, you definitely use it to your advantage. When you have long hair, there was many times either calling spots in the ring, or what I did a lot, when I was wrestling somebody like Stone Cold Steve Austin, or Savio Vega, or Henry Godwin, the Hog Farmer, they were so damn funny in the ring, or Owen Hart, we would be laughing. I would have to put my hair in my face to cover up the fact that I was laughing so hard in the ring. But yes, there were many different uses for it.
Yeah. Now I know from some of your other videos or stories on Facebook, like you lost a lot of weight. Was that easy to get back in shape, or like how long did that take you to get back into shape?
Are you talking about now?
Yeah, recently.
I will tell you, I made the decision. I was 400 pounds and morbidly obese. It was after I'd lost my leg, and I made the decision. I was smoking cigarettes, had a bunch of bad habits, and I made the decision to change. And that was in 2015. So now here we are 4 years later. It's taken that long, but it's just been consistent all the way through. I have not stopped.
Yeah. I recently, if people, you probably don't know, I lost 110 pounds this November.
Yes.
And people think, I got surgery, but it was really changed my diet and walk every day. Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that, man. I always love hearing that. That kind of stuff motivates me. So
stop drinking. Bad habits.
Drinking. Yes.
Yeah. Not a drinking problem, but there's nothing that good that
calories
comes out.
and
Right.
carbs.
Yeah, so what good is going to come out of it? Yeah.
Right.
You said about meeting old friends here. Anyone you saw today that you haven't seen in a long time?
Oh, let's see, that I haven't seen in a long time. J.J. Dillon, I haven't seen J.J. in a long time. It's been a while since I saw Cousin Luke from the Bushwhackers.
Oh, yeah.
I have seen Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, but it's good to see him again. I've never met Paul Roma until yesterday, so yeah, it's a lot of the guys that I worked with, or maybe some that I haven't met, but it's really been a pleasure to see these guys and talk to them again.
Yeah, Boogie Woogie Man, he passed the handsome Jimmy down to me. He told me to take on handsome Jack.
Right on.
So I'm very proud of that.
I'll tell you what, it is an honor for me to sit at this table next to Jimmy,
he's
Boogie
the
Man Valiant, because if nothing else, let me just say, I learned how to work a gimmick table watching Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hart. But Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant is a true master of working a gimmick table, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you.
It's impressive. It's impressive when someone from another era can really sell a lot of stuff to someone that's like very young. I remember Ox Baker was the same way. It was pretty awesome to see. I thought. And so, how about J.J. Dillon? Because some people who worked for WWF at the time don't say a lot of. Some people really like JJ, some people don't. So, what was your relationship with JJ Dillon at the time?
Always got along great with JJ. I felt like he always treated talent with respect. There were some people that were agents and things of that nature in the office that could be a bit disrespectful if they didn't like you. JJ, straight across the board, was always very respectful to the talent. He did his job well. He was always good to me. He always looked out for me. So I got nothing but good things to say about J.J. Dillon.
As far as agents, another one I always hear a lot of conflicting is Chief Jay Strongo. I could kind of maybe tell by the facial expression where that one's going. So I don't know.
Chief didn't like me, and I didn't like him. It was a love-hate relationship. We loved to hate each other.
Okay.
So, Chief just got the wrong impression of me. And when I first came through the door at my first TV taping, he heard something I said the wrong way. He thought I was being cocky, like a smartass. My entire 2.5 years there was misery dealing with Chief Jay Strongo just because he had that impression of me. So it was unfortunate, and I always tried to tell him he heard it wrong, but he just didn't listen. He had his mind made up, and that's kind of the way he was. So yeah, he was difficult to work with.
Was that hard I guess it depends on the person. If someone has like a first impression of you, is it hard to change?
It is, and especially in the wrestling business. Sometimes you make a first impression, and it can doom somebody's career if it's not a good impression. So you do have to be very careful in how you present yourself, and you're working the ring, of course, and all those things. But yeah, it can say a lot about your career. What somebody thinks of you right out of the gate can have a major impact on your career and how you do.
Now, I'm going to try to edit this and get up quick, but there's no way I'll get it up in like the next hour. But I want people to know that you are doing a Q&A here at this event. So, do you have any plans for that, or are you just going to go in and see what people ask?
Palladino has questions, and he said he would run them by me beforehand. I said, don't bother, just ask him.
Yeah.
I said, if I don't have a story, I'll just say I don't have a story about that person. I don't need to hear it ahead of time. Just bring it on.
As someone who does interviews, I much approve of ones where they don't have to go over everything before.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'm always going to be honest. A lot of times it's at my own expense, and I don't care. I'm just going to tell the truth. That's the way it is. I'm not out to burn anybody. I'm not out to be bitter. I just tell it the way it was when I was there, and apparently some of the stories are entertaining. So,
real quick too about being open and honest, because I know me personally was open and honest about my health issues, and it helped me. And also, it was cool because a lot of people have similar things, and then they contact me, and like what you just said, an inspiration or help change. Has that helped you once you were online and started to be honest about all these different stories? Of course, honest about funny stuff, but about like personal things and health issues.
Yes, I find it's always good to be honest. I wasn't always that way. For a long time, I was one of these guys that was really bitter about the business, and I would always talk bad about other people because I felt other people did me wrong, and that's not really the case. It's kind of cleansing to the soul, man, when you come out and you're just honest about the things I did wrong in the business. Like you said, some of it's funny, some of it not so funny, but it's the truth. I'm a much happier person today because I don't dwell on the negative. and I just have fun telling the stories. And it seems to have brought a lot of fans back out. They're interested in what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I'm getting booked for shows like this, which is great, and I'm just having fun with it.
Cool. Well, I appreciate talking to me.
I appreciate you having me. And again, it's an honor, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.